What's up, everybody? And today I'm going to be showing you all 32 NFL alternate logos that I made and ranking them from worst to best. Now, I am partly making this video due to the success of my first and most successful video, which you probably have already seen. So, if you haven't already seen that video will be in the description. So, cool. I think that I have done a really good job with all of these logos, and if you agree, let me know down in the comments below, or if the comments section isn't available, go to one of my videos where the comments is on and is available, and go and tell me your opinions on these logos there. But remember from my previous video, be nice in the comments section, and with that, start the video. First up, number 32, New Orleans Saints. Yeah, this one doesn't really represent its team very well, and I didn't really have a lot of great options. A lot of these were all very detailed. And note, I got all of the outlines and designs from basically Google Images, so that's where all the designs came from, if you were wondering, and I basically just gave them new color schemes. That being said, this was not a very good design choice on my part, even though the color scheme, at least from my opinion, is pretty good. It's not a great logo all around and is just bland. Number 31, Houston Texans. Now, this logo is just weird. I think I gave it too many eyes and it just looks weird to look at. And I kind of went back and forth on the bottom four for who should be the worst and the top of the worst. But ultimately I settled on the Saints and Texans as the bottom two. And yeah, I think you can see why. This one is very funky looking, and the color scheme is good and all, but that's really the biggest positive I can give it. Number 30, Green Bay Packers. Now, Packers fans, I think you might be able to see where I was going with this, but yeah, if you think this was a failure on my part, I understand. This one was not that great. I do like the color scheme, but the cheese hat looks weird, and yeah, the color scheme is okay, but other than that, it wasn't a really great design, so if you don't like it, I completely understand. Number 29, Los Angeles Chargers. Now, yeah, this one wasn't really that good either. I didn't really have a lot of great creativity options here. I could have gone with a battery, which might have looked cool, but I didn't really want to do that for fear of offending maybe Chargers fans. But if you did like that idea, then let me know down in the comments. Number 28, Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, this one isn't really that good. The B really throws me off, and it is a decent logo all around. The color scheme is fine, but it's definitely not up there with the best that we'll get to later. Number 27, Cleveland Browns. Now, these are some of the better ones that we're starting to get to. Like this one's okay. I think I did a pretty good job with the brown color scheme and the orange background, but overall, it's a pretty mediocre logo. It is decent and all, but it's definitely not the best. And even the next one is probably a lot better than this one, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one's actually very funny, in my opinion. You get it? Like Steelers, robbers, whatever. I thought it was funny, and that's why I decided to use it. I still wanted to be honored, or honorable to the original logo. That's why I added the 3 stars in the bag. But I thought that it was a very creative choice on my part. If you disagree, Steelers fans, be sure to let me know in the comments, as I've said previously. I thought the color scheme was good. I like how his outfit is yellow as opposed to white. And yeah, it's a solid logo all around. Oh my goodness. Number 25, Tennessee Titans. Oh my gosh, what do we have here? I mean, yes, it's very detailed design, but oh gosh, that thing is creepy. I couldn't really put the Titans any higher here because this one is just downright creepy with just like all of the Titans ones I could find. So, yeah, on to the next one. Number 24, New York Giants. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of good options here, so I ultimately just settled on a blue Bigfoot. Yeah, this one isn't really that great, but it's at least serviceable as a Giants logo, and there wasn't really a whole lot I could do with the name Giants, so please forgive me, Giants fans. Number 23, Arizona Cardinals. This one is creative, and I do like it, but it does look funky because I had to erase the branch that I had in the original design. But it does look cool, and I think that it does honor the Cardinals logo while do having similarities to the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team logo. So, yeah, I do like the logo overall. Number 22, Kansas City Chiefs. What was I really going to do here, Kansas City? Make a KC? I could have done that, but that's kind of boring. I know it kind of looks like the old Redskins logo, but just stay patient. This is kind of your team. Just bear with me on this one. I do like the yellow and white feathers, and I overall do like this logo, but it's not one of the better ones that I've made, in my opinion. And I think you'll see once we get to like the top 10, which are like the really good ones. Number 21, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this one is good, but I feel like there's a little too much red. And I think most people in the comments will probably agree with me on that one. This one is a little too red and not black enough, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. Number 20, Jacksonville Jaguars. I wanted to go with something that honors the more 90s version of the logo, hence the more black logo and less white on the logo. And honestly, I actually really like this logo, but hey, what are you gonna do? Number 19, Atlanta Falcons. I just think that this one is just a little bit better than the Falcons one. I know that this one is probably not that original, but just give me a break here, guys. I have to do something here. So, yeah. I know that the red background will probably throw a lot of people off, but just bear with me on this one. Number 18, Las Vegas Raiders. I actually really like this one. And yeah, I know the design is very similar to the Buccaneers, and rightfully so. I had to use pirate for both of these. So, yeah. But in all seriousness, I think this one is the much better of the two pirate images. And yeah, this one has a good color scheme. The silver background and silver design really mesh well with the red outline. Number 17, Minnesota Vikings. Now, I understand that this guy kind of looks a little chubby. Sorry, Vikings fans. So, if you don't really like it, again, let me know in the comments. But I think when it comes down to it, the color scheme is good, and the character looks like its logo counterpart. I mean, you can look at the similarities, and you probably will tell that this is similar to the original design. Number 16, Miami Dolphins. Yeah, you can't really see this orange circle, but hey, it's at least a good logo. I did like how it kind of has the dolphin jumping way upwards instead of to the side. That is kind of a cool detail in my opinion, which is why I chose it instead of the side Miami Dolphins logo. But if Dolphins fans wanted him jumping to the side, that's understandable. Number 15, Denver Broncos. Yeah, this one isn't great. The hair doesn't really look that good, but hey, it's pretty good overall. The horse looks good. Dark blue outline of the character, and yeah, it just looks pretty good overall. Number 14, Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Broncos and Colts are in a similar situation to the Buccaneers and Raiders, where they're both the same kind of creature. So I just kind of had to use the same kind of animal. And in this case, I think that the Colts one looks slightly better than the Broncos, mostly because of its color scheme. The Broncos one probably has a better overall design, but the Colts one just looks better in my opinion because of its color scheme, and I do like blue and white better than orange and dark blue. Number 13, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, you knew that Philadelphia was going to be in the top half. They just have some of the best logo designs, and I couldn't really mess the Eagles up that badly. And yeah, it's probably not up there with the best of the best that I've made, but this is still a really solid logo. The color scheme, again, is good. The outline is pretty solid. And yeah, I like how much detail there is in the outline. I think the creator of this design did a pretty good job. And yeah, it's just an all around pretty solid logo. Number 12, New York Jets. I just like planes. I know that this one's pretty basic and all, but man, I just like myself a jet, you know? The white outline does make itself stand out from others. It's kind of like the Colts one in that way. But yeah, it's just a pretty cool logo, you know? At least in my opinion. Number 11, Chicago Bears. Now we're starting to get to the ones where teams should really consider switching. Like, hey, I'm over here. I'm a pretty good logo designer. You might want to switch, you know? I mean, with this one, there's just more design with it, you know? And I know teams would rather get the close up shot with the head and all, but this is a really cool design, and I do like how it encompasses more of the actual bear itself. And yeah, this is just a really cool design, all said and done. Number 10, Seattle Seahawks. This is the one that I put the most effort into by far, and that's not really even a question. And that's because the design didn't really allow me to do a lot of coloring and color design and all of that. So I really had to edit and make the outlines better and all of that stuff. So I am proud of myself, obviously, for making this. But yeah, if you don't like it, that's okay. Number 9, Detroit Lions. I mean, you knew I was going to put the Lions in the top 10. I'm a Lions fan. Come on. But in all seriousness, I do like this logo, and I think it is a really cool design. The head looks a little weird, but hey, what are you gonna do? I had to pick something fierce, and a lion pouncing is close to the original design. Number 8, New England Patriots. Now, this one is very simple, but I do like how simple it is. It's it has a good outline, a good overall design. The background is very interesting, and yeah, it just works for me in this way that I don't know how to describe. The design itself is really well done, and I credit to all of these designers. And yeah, this is just a really solid, well made logo. Okay, now we're starting to get to the really good ones. Number 7, Dallas Cowboys. See, because the cowboy hat for the Cowboys. Get it? But in all seriousness, this is a really good design, and that's the best part about this logo, is it's very simple yet well detailed design at the same time, and I just love it. Mwah! Just so good, you know? The design is great. I like the white outline, just like the Jets and the Colts. But it particularly works for the Cowboys, and I don't know why. Number 6, San Francisco 49ers. I wanted to get a little bit of history into this because the 49ers are based on the 1849 miners who went searching for gold in San Francisco. So obviously, I was going to go with a miner here. And honestly, I think I settled on a pretty good one. This one is not too over the top, but it is cool enough, and he's almost got that look like, and I'm going to kick your butt 5 times before you die. Wait, what? Nothing. But in all seriousness, this one is just really cool, and I just like how calm the character looks, you know? Number 5, Washington Commanders. Now, you didn't expect this one to be this high, did you? Now, this one is pretty good, mostly because of how original I feel like it is. The hat is very different from anything that the Commanders have tried to do in the past. And I really do think that the Commanders should switch to this because their old W that they have right now is not really that great and doesn't really have that much creativity to it. This has a lot of creativity to it, in my opinion. So, yeah, Washington, check this out. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. Now, this one is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be when I first made it. Like, I thought, yeah, the Rams, they're going to be a cool one, I guess. But this one ended up being a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, I had to make the Ram horn look good because that's probably the most iconic part of this Rams franchise. But yeah, I actually like the Ram itself. It looks really well done and all of that. Number 3, Carolina Panthers. Yeah, this is just so cool, you know? I like how this one is just got that mixture of black and blue to it that just makes it work. The blue outline, I do like these outlines that kind of have a brighter tone to it, and then a kind of darker design and color to it. It makes it feel more original and fresh, and I do like that. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I probably could have made this one white too, but hey, I gotta have some originality here. But in all seriousness, this one is very well made in my opinion. And yeah, this one just looks good. I know that this guy doesn't look that fierce, but hey, at least he looks cool, right? Right? Anyway, on to the next one. Number 1, Cincinnati Bengals. This has everything, and it just looks so good. Like, look at this. It has the perfect blend of orange and black that just makes everything work. And I know that this probably isn't your favorite, but it was just barely mine. And I don't know what makes it look so good. It just does. But let me know what you think of all of these logos down in the comments below. And with that, peace!